Oi, oi. How are we all doing? We're here for the last 10, even though I'm obviously, of course, a little bit late. But do bear with us. I am probably about a minute or so behind, so I'm going to take you through the last little bit, and we're going to have a cheeky little match reaction as well involved in that. So why not? So far, man, I'm not going to lie. I'll be totally honest with you, and I'll be consistent, which I have been the whole entire time. BBK, what did I say to you earlier, brother, in the chat? Big up to you, mate. It's all about the 3 points today. The aesthetics don't matter. Look, when we do a little cheeky match review, we'll run through individual performances because they haven't been great. As a collective, it hasn't been great. But if we get these 3 points over the line in the next so-and-so minutes, that's all that matters. Getting 3 points and a win today is more important than anything else. Now, that's because of the weight of what's on today. So when we come into a different game, you know, when you're playing a promoted team at home, I expect a performance. I do. I expect a good 3 or a 4-0. You know, I'm not going to lie there. But today, away at Old Trafford, with the weight and the magnitude of everything that's on today, just getting them 3 points, that's what it's all about. But big up to you, big up to this geezer. I don't know if you're still in the building, Dow, but it was an absolute pleasure meeting you Friday, my friend. A real pleasure. What a geezer. You give me everything I expected. Funny motherfucker, very polite, absolute gent, knows stuff about Arsenal. We had a good couple of hours, didn't we, my friend? Really good, man. So an absolute pleasure. And I'm glad you come down, and I'm glad I was able to make it as well, because I was a little bit on the fence at the time for personal reasons, of course. But you know, when you get the opportunity to meet someone that lives in Portland, Oregon, do you know what I mean? So yeah, no, I'm very happy to meet you. But in terms of this game, man, it's same old, isn't it? You've kind of copy and pasted from last season in terms of individual performances. And there's going to be no surprises who I'm going to come to first. And it's going to be the captain. Dear, oh dear. Look, we'll talk about the win if we obviously get over the line in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. But I'm not going to lie. Our captain Odegaard has been absolutely shocking. Like so shit. Like, I mean, to the point where I see the geezer. He had the ball. We had an attack, and he needed it into no man's land. I thought, what is this all about? He's our captain, our creative spark, and he's literally just need it up in the air into no man's land. I'm thinking, what's going on here, boys? What's going on? Every time we've had a counter-attack opportunity, he's made the wrong decision. He's made an overhit pass. He's made an incomplete pass. Sometimes he's kicked the ball out of play. And people are telling me today, while I was on Never a Foul, people are going, why are you so heavily on Odegaard? Bro, that's our captain. That's why I'm extra on Odegaard, because he's got that C on his arm. That makes a big old difference, man. Big up to Gianni, man. Exactly. He is another geezer that knows what he's talking about, man. Bruv, it is trash in terms of the performance. All I want is the win, but yeah, the performance is trash. But Martin Odegaard, I mean, this is the geezer that's supposed to inspire you. We look like we might be getting a win over the line, but it won't because of Martin Odegaard. Absolutely not. He has been trash yet again. Now, let me add on to Martinelli, man. Martinelli, Jesus Christ. If there was ever a player, especially under this Mikel Arteta regime, setup, process, however you want to play it, there was ever a player that just needs to leave to revive his career, it's Martinelli. That guy has turned into what Jurgen Klopp once said was generational talent to generational trash. That's literally what's happened over the space of 2 and 3 years. Whether you want to blame Mikel for that, whether you want to just blame him for that, whether it's a mixture of all sorts, whatever. All I know for sure is Martinelli has been absolutely shit for now three or four seasons, I've just seen on the board 6 minutes of extra time. I don't know where that's all come from. But I don't know. Yeah, man. Martinelli, BBK, come on, Taron. Zero tech. Football IQ is in the bin. Absolutely in the bin, man. Trying to play high press of the mate. I don't understand it. If you're going to play football like that, and then you're going to have a good little bit of counter-attacking on top of it, you've got to get the counter-attacking work. Poor old Gyökeres, to be fair, what he done with the ball weren't really that great either. So I'll actually hold off on the poor old Gyökeres sort of thing. What he done wasn't really that good, but what service did he get, man? And this is when we're talking about Victor Gyökeres as an Arsenal fans, and we're saying what kind of services we're going to get, and then we start talking about Odegaard. You've seen today what we're really talking about. I know it's only one game, but there's not much service at all. How has Saka blazed that over the bar? To be fair, that one a bad little dink through from Odegaard. But how has he placed that over the bar? Jesus Christ, you've got to be putting that in the back of the net, son. Yeah, that one actually a little bad assist. Wow, Odegaard pulled his fingers out for the strings. All right, so it's blocked. Fair dues, fair dues. Either way, you've got to be putting the ball in the back of the net there. Come on, what we're doing here. But man, yeah, very, very, very frustrating today, the game. But I'll be consistent. I will be consistent. Today was just about getting that win. And from my clock, from your clock will be different. I'm about a minute behind. We're 4 or so minutes away from that, man. Big up Hendo, my brother. What we saying here? Yeah, this is Tross football. Yeah, it's a copy and paste thing. Arteta's going to win nothing again. $1 billion spent for this crap. Yeah, no, facts. Look, I do sort of get it, but I'm just going to remain consistent on what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. Today's just about getting a win. I think really starting the season away at Old Trafford with the weight and the magnitude of everything. If you can get 3 points here, start your season properly in what you're saying as well, Hendo, at Leeds. So let's just assume, let's go ahead of time and say we get the 3 points here. Fantastic 3 points. Really, really, really good 3 points. What I then want from us is to build on that against Leeds. You're at Leeds at home, they're a promoted side. Yes, it's going to be tricky, but then that's when you go, all right, what have you got? Blow them away. Beat them 3-0. Beat them 4-1. Go out there and absolutely get your season properly started in terms of football, in terms of how you want to play. Get it started then. Yes, it would have been nice to get it done today, but I think today was about just getting the 3 points in the bank, getting the first win of the season, getting a real bogey stadium out the way off the first hit, and hopefully, pending 3 or so minutes, coming out with the 3 points and possibly a clean sheet, which I didn't think we was going to get today, to be fair. It's just one of them things, bro. Big up to Yasser, man. Go over there and give Yasser some love as well, man. Big up to you, my brother. Big up, yeah, mate. I do totally agree with you, mate. Yeah, we definitely can't. In terms of sustainability for the next 37 Premier League games, yes, this football cannot be sustained. But again, I don't want to sort of keep going over and over and over on my opinion. Start your season properly tomorrow against Leeds. Your next game, of course. Show us what you can do. You're at home. There should be less pressure now that you've won this game, which is when I've done the whole first 6 games things. This was the point I'm making when I flipped it over to the positive side of things. You get the 3 points today. Go and demonstrate what your season's going to be about. Go and tell the fans what they should be expecting against Leeds. Go and get 2 wins on the board. But don't just get 2 wins over the board, because I'll say a different thing for Leeds. I don't want us to, even though, yes, you'd guarantee 3 points and playing terribly every single, of course you would. But I don't want to just accept falling over the line against the promoted team at home. So it changes. Next week, go and show me what you are about, Arsenal Football Club. Mikel Arteta, starting 11. Go and show me there. Victor Gyökeres, show me a performance. Odegaard, are you going to be different? Madueke, why should you start over Martinelli? That one's easily answerable. He's shit, but sadly, so is Madueke. This is what we're saying. So it's imperative, crucial. Get over the line now. And absolutely 150%. Yeah, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Ellen Road. Yeah, bruv, yeah. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it won't repay it, but give him another spanking for that. Absolutely, my friend. 150%, man. People want Trossard gone after watching Martinelli. I know. Do you know what? To be fair, it's always made sense. keeping a Trossard because he's on low wage. You know, if we're not going to sell him now, his contract expires next year. He's probably never going to sell him then. You're probably going to walk for free. Sell Martinelli. Get the money in there. Because he's only got 2 years left on his deal, by the way, Martinelli. Only 2 years left, which means if we don't sell him this year, what's going to happen? You're going to be in that horrible situation where you know you're not going to get the value for him that year, or on 180k a week, he's just going to go, bye. So I'll just stay here for the last season, earn 180k a week, and then someone like Villarreal will pick him up like they did with Pepe and pay him 30k a week. Do you know what I mean? That's a whole nother conversation about how Arsenal handcuff themselves in the market. But, you know, what can you do, man? By my clock, I mean, it might be on your clock all over because I've got 60 on mine and I'm 1 minute behind. So if that's the case and we're at full time, I mean, double buzzing. That's a fantastic win. We'll have to have a little look. But, yeah, we absolutely owe Leeds here, 150%, man. And, yeah, obviously, yeah, we're at full time. Boom. Boom. Fucking buzzing. Absolutely fucking buzzing. Listen, that performance was shit. I'm not going to lie. That performance was shit. But, we go to our biggest rivals, not Tottenham. We go to our biggest rivals and we managed to take points off of them. All three. That's what it's all about, man. Today I was on Never a Foul earlier with a geezer. I said it earlier. It was never going to be he was like, oh, we're going to punch him up. We're going to punch Manchester United up. I mean, let's face it. Manchester United had some good opportunities. They had some real proper opportunities. They weren't about punching Manchester United up today. We haven't punched Manchester United up this century. We want the last time Arsenal beat Manchester United at Old Trafford by 4 goals, house of punching up. We weren't even called Arsenal. I mean, what are we doing here? That was in the league, of course, by the way. Do you know how everyone says these silly, stupid things? That's fine. But what they don't expect is for people like me to know the facts. I knew the exact facts, but they've gone out my head. But either way, I'm there or thereabouts on the thing. I'll have to have another real look up on it. But we don't punch Manchester United up at Old Trafford, especially in the Premier League era. We never have. So to come away with 3 points, that is what it's all about. Wow, let me just jump to this, man. Let me just jump to this instantaneously. Neville just said Odegaard was our best outfielder. Man, do you know what the worst thing about this comment is, my brother? The worst thing about this comment is I'll now go into debates for the next week. I'll be on the football terrace on Tuesday, and there'll be people in the chat. They'll be going, yeah, but Neville said that Odegaard was our best midfielder, so it has to be true. Or we could stop listening to retard Neville, watch with our own eyes. Odegaard was shit. He just was. Arsenal got the win. I'm not bringing it down. I'm not being negative. I'm just relaying what I've watched, honestly. Anyone going to tell me Odegaard was good today? Let's flip it. Anyone in the chat brave enough to go, I thought Odegaard was good today? No? Why not? Because he wasn't. It's not rocket science, is it? Martinelli, I suppose he was good today as well. No, it's not all about that today. For people that were watching before I was making the point, we got new few come in. Big up to every single one of you. Today isn't about, and never was for me, about starting the season and blowing Manchester United away. Absolutely hammering them off the park. Today was about getting 3 points, and 3 points only. And all the aesthetics after it were almost irrelevant. Yes, do we want to see a world-class goal flying to the top corner? Of course we do. Do we want to see Arsenal completely outclass Manchester United at Old Trafford? Of course we do. Do we want to see Mikel Arteta tactically outclass them and blow them away 5-0? Of course we would have loved that. But this was all about getting 3 points because our season properly starts. Now we get this win. Now we've got the first win under our belt. It properly starts at Leeds. Now my demeanour changes because now I'm not going, I don't care how you get it, just get the 3 points. Yes, essentially you want the 3 points no matter what. But I'm not going to accept Arsenal Football Club falling over the line against Leeds at home. I want Arsenal Football Club to win convincingly at home against Leeds next week. I will be there, going back to the carpet, as they say. for whatever reason. It's grass, but never mind. And that's that. The whole thing changes. Go and blow them away. They're a promoted side. You're playing them at home. I don't care how good or not good Leeds may be. They've just got promoted from a lower league. Thump them 3 or 4-0. That's my expectations for that game. Then all of a sudden, you're looking in there at go to Anfield and just stink the place out. Arsenal Football Club then came away with 7 points. All of a sudden, out of them first 3 games, and you've got Old Trafford and you've got Anfield ticked off, you're going, do you know what? That's cool. But you just got to get it doing. And this was why today was imperative that we got the 3 points. Because we can do that now. We can go to an Anfield after beating Leeds, I hope, and just trying to stink a win out. A draw then is good enough. If you draw today or lose today and you don't beat Leeds, you lose to Liverpool, bye-bye, it's finished. That was the importance of today, and which is why it's probably going to be one of the only games I will say couldn't give a fuck if it's the worst win recorded in football in history. It was just all about getting them 3 points today. And thankfully we did. Jay Real One, big up to you, brother. Anyone seen Saka? Well, I ain't seen him in about 8 months, mate. Oh, yeah, but wait, he got a tap-in against Fulham when he came back half injured. Oh, yeah, a tap-in against Fulham. My nan would have got that. She's been dead for about 5-10 years. Like, what we doing here? Oh, but he scored against Fulham. Oh, yeah, what from that far away from the goal line? Oh, okay, he must be back then if he can score a tap-in. Must be, absolutely must be. Ridiculous, yeah. There was many a bad performances today. Do you know who I really liked in terms of the performance today? It was Gabriel, man. Gabriel, he is just do you know that old school defender? Now, if you're sort of my age, there or thereabouts, give or take an older, you'll appreciate what I'm about to say. You just sometimes just need that defender to just be nasty, do the ugly bits, do that side of the game. Gabriel just threw his body out there. And a lot of the time when Gabriel threw his body out there, it was a deflection. It was a block. It stopped things. He's just an old school defender. I mean, I don't like what Martin Keown's become, but he reminds me of Martin Keown, Gabriel. Just that no-nonsense, tough, ugly motherfucker that will just do that dirty side of the defending. And you need that, especially as a duo. And that's why Rolls-Royce and Monster Truck, they seem to go quite well together as a defensive duo, don't they, you know? Thumped to Anfield, I mean, probably will, but what's better, being thumped at Anfield while, you got 3 points out the first 2 or 6? I mean, I hope obviously neither. But the point obviously I was getting at, do you know what I mean, is if you win or if you lose or draw today and then the Leeds is a tough game, that Liverpool game, it just becomes disaster zone, or at least now you can just go, do you know what? Ugly again, ugly win, ugly or ugly draw. You can do that and come out of this with 7 points. We'd all love to absolutely have taken Manchester United apart today, and the same with Liverpool. But the reality is especially with the latter, we're just not going to do that because we're not good enough. We're going to have any chance of anything, especially in the league title. We need things to go our way. We need to get bastard wins like today, and we got it. We need to then, in my opinion, make up for an ugly bastard win today with blowing Leeds out the park. Absolutely. And then we need to make up with hopefully a bastard of a draw at Anfield by then blowing Nottingham Forest away the next game. Do you see there's a rhythm with this? Because if you can come out them first 6 games good, all well and good. We'll have to wait and see. But listen, you will not catch me praising that performance. But what we will see me is being happy with them bloody 3 points. That is what it's all about. Yeah. The positive. 34 games to go. We're going to be invincible. I'm wearing the shirt for it. Big up, brother, man. Yeah. Praise Saka. It's not, but he looked disinterested or that injury's done him. I think it's probably the latter, my friend. He looks like he's lost a burst of pace. I don't know whether that's just me, boys, and maybe girls, but he looks like he's lost a little something, if I'm being totally honest with you. Big up, Domsky. Come on, man. Big up to West Ham TV Tony as well. He's got a show late. Big up to Carl. Who else we got in there, man? Big up to Lynch. Yeah, Gabriel's wicked, isn't he, man? Come on, man. Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, that's what I'm saying. You're not going to catch me, Norms, my brother. Looking forward to our stream tomorrow, my friend. You're not going to catch me waxing lyrical about that performance. But you will see me very, very, very happy with that 3 points. That's what it is all about today. Just today, my friend. Just today, yeah. Steve Bold, man. He was awesome. He was awesome. One of them players. That him and Adams were just that good. They were two number one defenders next to each other. And I said this on my show. I don't know if it was on Rashid's or mine. That Arsenal defence was blessed. Either side of Bolds and sort of Adams, especially obviously more the Bold, was having a Keown the other side of it, who was awesome, and having David O'Leary as well. Two unbelievable defenders, man. You imagine that. At one side you're having David O'Leary and Martin Keown, and they can't get into your squad as centre backs. That's craziness, man. So how good is Steve Bold, and how good was Tony Adams? And how good as Tony Adams was a captain. I mean, all the top gooners don't realise it because they probably had to Google Tony Adams. Let's just get that right. Tony Adams? Who's Tony Adams? Who is that guy? Who is Tony Adams? Sol Campbell? Who's Sol Campbell? And why is he wearing the 23 number? Patrick Vieira on the back. Vieira? I thought he was Portuguese. Patrick Vieira. Who's Patrick Vieira? What, the Portuguese player that can't get into our team? These top gunners know absolutely sod all about the football club. Embarrassing. Yeah, Ozzy, big up to you, brother. Yes, it weren't the best. It weren't the best, bruv. But Victor Gyökeres, starved. His belly is rumbling on that coach, isn't it? His belly is doing somersaults of starvation on that coach. Yeah, it was nowhere near good enough, was it, man, for the service from him. Who's there to provide the service, Normski, by the way? Was it Odegaard? Oh, how did he play today, Normski? How did he play? Yeah, I've got people online telling me today, they're going to me, oh, yeah, you're way too harsh on Odegaard. Yeah, you're way too harsh on Odegaard. He is your creative spark. He knits things together really well, does this and all of that. Where was it again? Where was that again? What are you seeing that I'm not? Because if you can demonstrate to me what you're seeing as opposed to what I'm not seeing and articulate it well to me, I'll put my hands up and go, oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't really see that about Odegaard, to be fair. Do you know what? You've actually got a real point there. No, I agree with it. Maybe I was wrong about Odegaard. 3 years and waiting as the Arsenal captain. For 3 years and waiting. Just waiting for someone to articulate to me how Odegaard is the creative spark in the Arsenal. How is this midfielder you lot seeing up? Oh, wait. I'm not going to hold my breath, though, because I'll be dead in a couple of minutes. So what we doing here? Come on, man. Down for Saka by May. I don't know about that. It's probably a little bit over. Yeah, come on, man. That's what do you know why I said to Campbell? It's because I've been on stream with people that have said Campbell. I'm like, and referred to it Sol Campbell. I'm like, bruv, man, I haven't started YouTube for this, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, do you know what? I'm going well off track with the Arsenal Manchester United thing, but yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, it's a frustrating one. I'm not gonna lie, man. What else it got? No, well, this captain, cannot do anything simple. Overthinks, takes too long on the ball. It's absolutely facts. Yeah, it's absolutely facts. Normski, did you see it earlier? Where the ball came in and he just kneed the ball up into no man's land. It's about 35 minutes into the first half, I think. And he kneed the ball like massively up in the area and it just went into no man's land. I'm like, what is that? What actually is that? Positive. Sesko didn't score. 3 points Arsenal away. Yeah, oh man. Oh, come on, man. It was just so poor. Gianni, big up, man. Once we play a proper team, we're gonna get destroyed. And this is the thing, isn't it? And obviously by that we'll find that out in 2 weeks' time, won't we? Because obviously we've got Liverpool at Anfield, man. Hopefully we go there with 6 points, Gianni. But I'm not gonna be holding my breath there either, brother. That is going to be, there's only one way to come out that game. And that's what I'm saying earlier as well. The only way you come out of that is just by locking up and praying you come out there with a draw and playing you score, because we're not going to draw 0-0. Let's get that right. So it's almost like we got to get the set pieces working. Pardon me. Just like today. And we've got to pray that we come out there with something. Absolutely pray. Otherwise, it's going to be a little tricky. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be a real tricky sort of bit to the season. Real tricky. But other than that, I know I'm disappointed. And I know everyone, all of you lot were disappointed with the result. But you've got to be at least pleased with that. And it's going to be probably the most positive out of a real shit watch you'll probably ever see me. We just needed that 3 points today, man. That's all we needed, just that 3 point shit. That's what I'm saying. I knew it. Yeah, I knew you'd be agreeing there. Yeah, it was really stressful to watch, man. I don't know how. Obviously, when I'm in the stadium and when I'm sat down here or watching the game or whatever, I'm sat down. But when I'm actually watching it on my telly, like earlier, I never sit down for it. I stand up because I just get so much nervous energy. I can't sit down and relax. So I'm stood up. And I think I've said it. I think I've said it in the chat before. Anyway, I'm one of them OCD guys. I got my laser level out. Yeah, this is the carpenter in me, of course. I got my laser level out, lasered it to my eyes, and I marked that out for the center of my TV. It's overkill, isn't it? But that's just what I do. So when I stand up and watch it, the center of the TV is the center of my eyes. It's what can you do? Do you know what I mean? You've just got to be comfortable in it. But yeah, I almost never. Unless I'm sulking, unless I'm having a little sulk, do you know what I mean? And I'm going to sit down or whatever and having a look at that. Yeah, I always stand up and watch it. I've just got so much nervous energy. I have to walk it off. I pace up and down. Honestly, like when I'm on the blower to me mates, I'm up and down. I can't help myself, man. It is what it is, man. Yeah, come on. Yeah, smash the like share. It's never going to be a thing. Never going to be a long stream because I'm probably going to shoot maybe in about 5 minutes because my missus got to start work soon. So I've got to get the bloody kids in. But yeah, smash the like and subscribe. Yeah, prefer silence. It is, isn't it? Some people do, some people don't. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. So I just optimized my comfort. And that is, like Gianni's saying, yeah, that's it. It's laser level to my eyes, man. And I love that. I love that little way of thinking, man. When I moved into the house is when I done it, when I was building everything. So everything's set ridiculous, man. Like my lights, I've got spotlights running through and they're bang through the center of my curtain rail, which is bang through the middle of the door, which is bang through the middle of my laminate flooring running through. I'm just one of them. Do you know what I mean? I just think if you can do it, then why not? Do you know what I mean? It looks sick when you stand, obviously adjacent to there. You're like, oh shit, it all lines up pretty good, man. But no one else sees it. They couldn't give a toss. Do you know what I mean? I just know it's there, and that's why I do it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, waffling again. Well, chat, don't forget. Yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to you. And that's fair. If I'm not standing, I'm sitting down, covering my head with my hands. Yeah, it is that, isn't it, Static, man? It is that. It's just frustrating, isn't it, man? I just got so much nervous energy. Like I've always been one of them before when I used to play. Like I used to get sick, or not sick, but like a horrible feeling in my stomach before going out and playing when it's to play 11 aside. And then the second you get over the pitch, it's done. And, it's just one of them sort of similar feelings. You just got to burn off your own little bits in your own different ways, haven't you? A big up to Joseph, man. How are you doing, brother? Awful performance, Aaron. What about Saka and Martinelli? Well, listen, I don't mind that the Saka performance wasn't that bad. Well, was bad, rather. Purely because I just think we got the win. And based over the last 5-6 years, Saka's dug us out of turmoil constantly and consistently. So I'm just sort of seeing this as a blip performance for Saka. I'm expecting him to bounce back. Pardon me, against Leeds United at the Emirates next week. Martinelli, on the other hand, 2 years of terrible performances as a whole. And he started this. He had a terrible preseason, which you don't really read too much into. But obviously, it's all about, okay, cool. If you've just had a bad preseason, get your fitness up and then do it on the first game of the season. Yeah, he didn't do it. He just didn't do it. And you know what? It's annoying because if you was a Manchester City or a Liverpool, yeah. Now I know. Guess what happened? Madueke came on the left, yeah. So that's that. Now we ain't signing a left winger. It's just that is what it is now. But if you was a Liverpool or Manchester City, and you were trying to win the title, and you looked at that Martinelli performance, and a Rodrigo was becoming available, them two clubs have began. Yeah, we can't deal with this Martinelli for the next 37 Premier League games. We just can't do it. Do you know what? Fuck him. Get me this Rodrigo guy in there. You'd do it. Arsenal Football Club will just go, oh, we'll just play Madueke there. And that's the difference between being a big club, a massive club, and the difference between being a massive club and an ambitious club. We're just a big club. We're a big club. We're not a massive club with ambition. Otherwise the job would have been done. They'll do that now. Show me. Go out there. There's no way Mikel Arteta's gone back there and gone, yeah, I'm really happy with my left-hand side of my attack this year. There's no way that Berta has gone back there and gone, yeah. Martinelli Trossard with Madueke coming on, that's going to win us titles. That's going to win us one of these. That's going to make our patch gold. They're good. There's no way. Anyone with a football brain would be fucking worried about that left-hand side because it's worrying. Very, very, very worrying, that left-hand side. Stale, mould growing all over them. Look, there's that much mould growing all over them. I feel they're going to be some, like, Last of Us fucking zombie. That's how bad they are. Do you know what I mean? It's no good. It's no good. Big up, bruv. Big up to you. How you doing, my friend? Set piece again. Ole, ole. Yeah, that's it. It's got us over the line today. Saliba and Magalhaes, great performance. Magalhaes definitely the better of the two. Saliba, at some stages, a tiny little bit sloppy. That's maybe being hypercritical, but just he was a couple of little bit sloppy. But overall, yeah, you're right, my friend. The two, yeah, were very, very, very solid. The better one, definitely Magalhaes. And to be fair, probably over the last season and a bit, Magalhaes has been the little bit better one. But once you've got that Rolls Royce tag, you know, it's sort of always sort of hard to get out of Saliba's shadow if you're Gabriel Magalhaes almost. But Gabriel Magalhaes has been awesome. He really has been. And do you know what? If he wasn't there today, we definitely wouldn't have won. I think we'd have conceded without Gabriel Magalhaes. And it's funny when I sit there and think about this now. If we didn't have Saliba, maybe we would have still have won. I would have been less confident about getting that win. But Magalhaes. I reckon he's the most important Arsenal defender right now. I think I made a little bit of hash about what I just said, but I think you all knew what I meant. I think he's the most important Arsenal defender right now, Gabriel Magalhaes, for what he brings to the table, 100%. Overall, I'm so relieved we won. Yeah, man, big up. I just wish Arsenal had punished Manchester United with a big 2 or 3-0 win. We all wanted that, man. We all wanted that, but I never thought it was going to happen. Of course, I'm aware Arsenal never do well away at Old Trafford. A win is a win, yeah. But again, and I'll reiterate this point static, my friend. It was just all about today getting that. Get it out as you can. That's not going to be my mindset in terms of performances, getting wins for the next 37. It's game by game. You know, I expect Arsenal to blow away Leeds. I'm sorry, they're a promoted team and we're at home. I'm sorry, we need to be winning. We need to be scoring 3. I'm sorry. That might be people go, my God, well, you can't say that. I expect Arsenal to beat promoted sides comfortably at home, whether it's the first game of the season or the last game of the season. I'm sorry. I think that's a fair assessment to say if you're going to try and be a big team. You should be beating the promoted sides home and away. At home at a canter, away comfortably. That's just me. You know, what can we do? But yeah, nervous energy pissing from watching Arteta. Yeah, mate, 150%. I get that all the time, mate. Chelsea robbed us another 50 mil. Yeah, another. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he came on and done absolutely nothing. And do you know what made me laugh as well? Like, obviously, Victor Gyökeres, what he did do on the ball today, it weren't good enough. Like, he was making silly passes. Like, he made a couple of out of crosses. He stumbled over the ball a couple of times. Whatever, he's just signed and willing to make it come. But the service that he got was nothing. But do you know what made me laugh? Kai Havertz came on and I could just see the headlines. I'm thinking, oh, if Kai Havertz comes on and scores, the top gooners are going to go into fucking overdrive, aren't they? I was like, they are going to go into absolute overdrive. And the first thing he done is come on, is get the ball, try to take on a man and just fell over. And I was just like, here we go. Like, not even thank God he done it, because obviously I want things to be positive for Arsenal. But the first thing he done was fall over the ball. And all I was just like, that is just the cherry on top of the ugliest cake you'll ever watch this season. But again, we got with the 3 points is all you can ask for, man. Today's performance has shown me we definitely need a left back. Yeah, and a 10 and a left winger. And we've needed that probably for about 5 years. Mate, it's mad, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But next season, they'll this is what'll happen if Arsenal win nothing. All the top gooners, they'll be like, they'll be going, oh yeah, but we need that left winger because Martinelli ain't been good. All right, but when we all said it last year that he ain't been good for 2 or 3 years, you were telling me we were talking shit. But now because Arteta ain't won again, now the Martinelli left side's your scapegoat. So basically, it's like, no, Martinelli, no. We need the left winger. You get your left winger. That's it. As soon as we get the left winger, we'll win the league again by Mikel Arteta another year. Then Saliba will go. When BBK done this perfectly, yeah, without being scripted, of course. And we was like, then Saliba will leave on a free for Manchester to Real Madrid. And then we'll go, yeah, we need that centre-back. And we just go on and on and on and on, never improving, never winning. It's ridiculous. But at the moment, I'm not expecting anything more from this team. Yeah, this is the football we are going to get. How's it going to win a trophy? Only guy that gets 15 mil a year will know how. You'd like to think so, wouldn't you? He's yet to prove it, isn't it, my friend Dre? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's yet to prove it. Gabby had a good game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gabby Magalhaes. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I still had Martinelli in my head. I was like, Sally's on the fucking wind up. Yeah. Do you know what? To be fair, yeah. David Raya, was he officially man of the match? Was he? Because obviously I've been on here. I've been sparingly looking down here and up at the screen, which is right in front of me. Yeah, that save, he made a couple of good saves. That and Buemo header in the second half. And was it Cunha? Where he shot quite low near his feet and he sort of got down really low and pushed it round sort of around the other side of the post, the safe side of the post, of course. Yeah, some real important saves from David Raya for sure today. Yeah, 150%. And if he did get man of the match, especially man of the match for Arsenal, I'd have said, yeah, it'd been between him and Magalhaes. But when you look at them two saves, it probably would be pretty hard to argue that Magalhaes would deserve that. So no, like, if he has done that, yeah, fair dues to him. He's turned into even though he's definitely got his flaws, he's turning into a pretty solid player for Arsenal Football Club. Upgradable for sure, but yeah, he's been really solid. Glock we need 5 or 6 games to settle. Yeah. Look, that's sort of why, you know. Do I want him to settle and quit? Yeah. Is it frustrating that, you know, the system that he plays and he's not getting the service? Absolutely, for sure. It's going to be an interesting one, Daz. And by that, I mean, you're probably going to be looking at Arsenal signing the most prolific striker in Europe for the last 2 years. And we'll probably turn him into the next Kai Havertz under Mikel Arteta. But yeah, Arsenal still need Liverpool. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah. Zubimendi weren't that great either, man. Zubimendi really weren't that good. Yeah, Lego reverting back to a season. I know. Yeah. Oh, Natster, big up to Natster. Go and subscribe to Natster. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. Static. Big up to you, brother. I'm going to take this last one from Dazza Sullivan, and then I've got to go get my kids because they've got to be in for 7 before my missus goes to work. Odegaard did more in this game than the whole of last season, which is nothing. Yeah, he did a half-time interview. Yeah, man. Yeah, that half-time interview. Do you know what? My quick take on that half-time interview? Like, that's obviously not going to have been his fault. That's got to be a new deal with the television companies. So I'm actually, unless it was his choice, which I don't know, I'm not going to blame Odegaard for that. What I will say is if that is a signed thing, deal by the television companies, don't send your captain, for fuck's sake. Don't send the captain to that. Because I remember, do you remember George Graham and Tony Adams? Tony Adams always said, you know, I'm George's right-hand man. What he says to me, I tell them not on the pitch. I don't want Martin Odegaard as captain anyway. But if he is going to be captain, I don't want him doing pathetic little Gary Barlow boy band interviews at half-time. I want him in there super glued to Mikel Arteta, listening to what he's saying and transmitting it onto the pitch. Transmit. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's a very, very, very poor thing. If you are going to do it, and that is a deal, not your captain, not your important players, send some to Bob, motherfucker, to go and do it. Do you know what I mean? Not your captain. That is the last player you want out doing stupid interviews at half time. That is absolutely ridiculous, mate. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't like the whole idea of it at half time. Get all your players in there and have a dressing down or a big up to your manager, whatever your style is. Get all your players in there, not pissing around talking to spastic fucking interviewers that just want to try and twist the narrative for television. No one wants that. No one wants that. I spend half time going to the shop getting some beers. I don't give a shit what they say at half time. Manager, you say to your players, you say to the old lot, you tell them what to do and then fucking translate that on the field in the next 45. That's what I want you to do. Don't give me crap at half time. Boy band interviews, nah, it's ridiculous. I don't like that, bruv. Yeah, it is the least inspiring character to be captain. Train spotter. Nah, big up. Well, listen, I do have to shoot. I have massively overrun, but big up to everyone that's been here. I'm sure I will catch up with you very, very, very soon. Big up to the world class chat. Honestly, it's been a pleasure. You'll probably catch me maybe in Streamland later in some capacity. But if not, I will be back for my show tomorrow with the OGs. So take care, everyone. Big up, man. And come on, you gunners. We got the 3 points. It weren't pretty, but we got the 3 points at least. At least it ain't a full-blown meltdown over here. Yeah, big up, everyone. Have a good one, man.